What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of the CubCast, our now daily section that we get into, looking at different pieces of news and general conversation surrounding international music. We're based here in the UK, so we're always looking to cover the likes of Afrobeats, dancehall, and any sort of surrounding genres as well, and we have a lot of fun doing so. So today we're going to be getting into an article looking at a very successful project from one of Nigeria's most successful artists, which I'm really excited to dive into. But as always, if you are new to the channel, please make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. We're putting out a lot of additional content at the moment, and we're trying to push towards 40k as soon as we can, and we can only do it with your support, so big up each and every one of you who has been getting involved. Massive shouts out to the now 850 new subscribers we've had since Saturday. I don't know why it's going up so much. Maybe it's because we're posting a little bit more at the moment and covering a few more stories, but yeah, big up each and every one of you for being involved and allowing us to enjoy this journalistic journey, as we like to call it. So we are today going to be talking about, as I said, a very influential figure in Nigerian music, someone who has been there, done that, and is now helping a lot of other people do the same. We're of course talking about Olamide, who has put together a very exciting run of releases this year, obviously teaming up with the likes of Ashake on Omar Ope. Alongside this, I'm pretty sure Hate Me was towards the end of last year with One Day Cole. It might have been at the start of this year, I'm not entirely sure. But I'm sure we'll see a couple of other bits pop up from him. But as you can see in the bottom right-hand side, Olamide has broken yet another record as the influential rapper, the very important rapper, always known for supporting other artists and helping them along their journeys, has put together an incredible achievement. This achievement being 100 million streams on Carpe Diem, the definitive project from him that came out in 2020, I believe it came out. Absolutely crazy figure to surpass. I've got to say, first of all, congratulations to Olamide for this achievement. As far as I'm aware, this is the most streamed rap-based project from a Nigerian artist on Spotify. Again, I might be wrong, but all the research I've done says that I'm not. But again, if I am and there's another album that you would class as a Nigerian rap album, please do let me know in the comment section down below so I can go and look and get it into the archive. Now, I've made a load of notes about this project, and of course some of the stats involved in it that have got it to this point. It was released in October 2020. Obviously Carpe Diem is the 11th studio album from Olamide. The album itself is an interesting one because it features such a cool blend and collective, I feel, of support acts and obviously featured artists as well. You've got the likes of Omar Lay, Bad Boy Tim's, Fave, all featuring on there with quite definitive early on appearances for them in their career. There are a lot of others as well, which we'll talk about a little bit later on, but this is obviously a huge moment for all of these artists that were involved, and there's no doubt it gave them all a certified boost moving forward. Fave went on to actually feature quite heavily on UY Scooty, which was the following up album of Carpe Diem. I think she featured on there twice, and obviously she's gone on to some fantastic success since then with her most recent project, and obviously Baby Rhythm being one of the biggest tunes out there right now. But yeah, really excited to kind of dive a bit more into this. A large chunk of the actual streaming figure does go to Infinity, which features Omar Lay. It currently sits on 62 million streams, which for any tune ever is an incredible level to actually achieve. But the fact that it's done it on this album, and this is such an early on kind of tune for Omar Lay, absolutely crazy. Obviously Omar Lay was popping, but he wasn't popping like he is now, so to see him get these kind of numbers early on is a great thing. And then next on the list as well, we saw Loading, obviously featuring Bad Boy Tim's, which for me was one of the biggest tunes of the year when it came out. Such a cool kind of arrangement, very unique in its style as well, and obviously a big introduction to what Bad Boy Tim's was doing at the time. I love the arrangement on that one. It's a tune that does really stand out for me. It's a tune I always play in mixes and stuff when I'm performing live. It's just got such a good energy about it, and that one's currently sitting on 23 million. But this is where it gets quite interesting as we dive a little bit further into, I suppose, the album arrangement and just how the rest of the album came together. There are some really slept-on collaborations on this project that are yet to hit a million, and yet the overall project has obviously surpassed that big 100 million mark, again primarily down to those two original ones. All the rest are sitting on like sort of between 600 and 600k and 1.5 mil, which is, again, to have your whole album at that kind of level is absolutely crazy. But I feel there are definitely some slept on tracks on this project that people do need to check out. Obviously Fireboy DML appearing on Plenty. This is a tune that I feel has definitely gone a little bit under the radar, especially considering all the success that Fireboy DML has had since then. Peruzzi had a wicked showing on unconditionally. Again, I feel, as an artist, Peruzzi is one of the ones that is eternally slept on. For me, it definitely seems like he's an artist who could be hailed a lot more, could have a lot more kind of sort of mainstream kind of push. But again, he's doing his thing. He's getting the attention that he's getting a lot more attention now, and he's putting out a really consistent run of releases. But again, that tune very much slept on. Bella Shmurda did a wicked job as well, featuring on Triumphant. Again, quite an early on appearance for Bella Shmurda on this product. Again, kind of diving into that idea of what Olamide does. He does like to put people on. He does like to support people, and this album is a great kind of mix and blend, I suppose, of what's going to come next in regards to Afrobeats on the international scale. There's a lot of artists featuring on here that have gone on to do fantastic things, where this was one of the biggest projects they'd featured on so far, which I always love. Obviously, Fino is on here as well. She features on Shilalo, which is really cool. And just in general, the album is so solid when you listen for it start to finish. I had a little listen through it last night when I saw this news and I was putting together these notes about this video, and it is a very kind of a stellar project. Like, it's a real clear body of work that you can tell has stood the test of time and is very cool to see. I don't think necessarily that UI Scooty will hit the same heights as this, not because it's a bad album, but again, Carpe Diem definitely feels like quite a definitive moment for Olamide, especially in solidifying his position as this kind of guy that brings people through. And it's really exciting. It's really exciting to kind of look back at this project and see just how well it's done. Obviously, he's very active. He's had a couple of really cool collaborations recently. He had one with Backroad G in the UK as well. Obviously, the link up with One Day Cole. He's on Omar Ope alongside Ashake as well. And I know he's very much involved in that sort of success story we're now seeing from Ashake. So again, it's great to see the man get his flowers. It's great to see the kind of success of that project. The impression is that I get from Olamide is that he's just someone who wants to make bangers, and he wants to support people that want to be on that journey of making bangers with him. And I think this is why we see him collaborate so much. It's why we see him dive into so many different areas, sounds and styles. It's why we see him feature on so many kind of up-and-coming releases, because he does a great job at it and he helps to push people. And I get the impression that if he believes in someone, he wants to do all that he can to help them get to that next level. And it's an interesting one. Like, what's next for Olamide? I'm not too sure. Obviously, he's seemingly super busy with YBNL Nation, with the roster including the likes of obviously Fireboy DML, B Banks, Ashake, Feels on there as well. He's obviously had a lot of recent success with Finesse, which is without doubt one of the biggest tunes of the year so far. So yeah, it's crazy, and it's a massive success for Olamide, so I just wanted to put this video together to actually say congratulations. I don't know if you'll watch this, you probably won't, but again, congratulations. It's a huge achievement to hit 100 million streams. 100 million streams on Spotify in general is crazy, but for this album to do it as a collective project, with so many of these up-and-coming names on there, it does say a lot to who Olamide is and how kind of ahead of the curve he is in regards to pushing new musicians, which is something I always love to see. So there we go. Guys, what are your thoughts on this? I definitely think this is an album that deserves this many streams. If you agree, let me know in the comment section down below. What is your favourite track off Carpe Diem? That's an interesting one as well. Let's get some discussion going in the comments, and let's almost relive how good this album was when it dropped. So let me know in those comment sections what you're feeling about it most. There we go then, people. As always, if you have enjoyed this video, please make sure you're getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page, turning notifications on, of course, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. And we shall see you all next time. Have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday, and peace.
Sounding so good right now. But they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CubCamTV. Stay locked.